Hi everyone. Today's a very special day because I have my dad on the podcast. This is Norman. We don't have a establishing shot, so we've got two separate camera angles. You'll have to just bear with me as I chop and change and edit this video so it makes more sense. But I was just sitting here with him and speaking through my intentions for the podcast episode, trying to set the tone, create the space, and allow us to both feel comfortable and free and held as we unpack some things. I was doing all of this without recording or off the mic, so I thought maybe it would actually be quite good to set the tone or set the scene together. And I just started by saying that my intention is to connect, honestly, to provide a safe space for listening and conversation, and then to share some sense of healing with my listeners. I wanted my dad to remember that this is an opportunity for me to hold sacred space and that this is not an interrogation. And and I also feel like my podcast has been used as a vessel for me to personally express things for the longest time. And it's a great opportunity, I think, to allow a name, a person in my life that might have been alluded to in other episodes, an opportunity to also arrive, So yeah, that was another thing that I wanted to say. And we don't have to go anywhere that we don't want to go. I'd love to avoid shame. This is in all caps. It's not about going into places that are going to be unproductive or not uplifting. And and then these are some of the opening things that old Chatty helped me helped me align. And it says, this isn't about being right, it's about understanding each other. We don't have to resolve everything, we're just exploring, and if it feels too much we can skip it. So welcome, Norman.
Thank you. Thank you, Danielle.
Yay. How are you feeling?
Hi, guys. No, I feel good.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for being vulnerable and brave and sitting in front of me and my listeners, being recorded. I know that isn't it such a bizarre experience, because it's just the two of us sitting here. Let's just ground in that moment. It's actually just two of us sitting here, but somehow all of this is even I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm okay, cool. So let's get into it. To anyone listening, I don't have an official podcast episode title for this. I'm sure there will be one at some point that you will read on Spotify or on YouTube. But it does fall under the umbrella of season 4, which is I Hope It All Works Out. And I'm sure that there will be some kind of title that comes out of it. But my dad's in town. He's visiting me from Durban. It's Easter weekend. And we just decided to jump right in and seize the moment to have a very special person to me on my podcast.
Thank you.
Because I think we've come a long way.
Yeah, we have.
We have. It's been a journey and it's been a good one. Okay.
Mostly. But
mostly. Character development, it's still a part of, I guess, what makes a person. So I wouldn't say that I would change anything in hindsight. Okay. So this is quite a hectic first question. But maybe I should give a little bit of context. Just a little bit of context to ease into it, make it conversational. Because the first question that I have here is, what makes a good father? That's I think a little bit of an intense start. But my dad and I, we've known each other. I've known him my whole life. I've known him for the last 33 years. But I think it's not necessarily a unique thing. I think we're really close when I was little. I remember being very close to you when I was small. Yeah. And you were very hands-on and engaging dad, and lots of fun. I remember you being the fun dad, and all my friends used to say to me, your dad's so much fun, Shanae, and you know, like playing silly buggers with us.
Yeah.
And then I guess in my experience, as I got older and I started maybe becoming more of like a fully fledged human being, or more of a woman, or more like less of a child, maybe more challenging, that our relationship started to deteriorate. I think that amongst so many other external factors, like just life and how things played out. And then my dad and I had a really bad relationship at one point, where I think I would say like maybe, I think over high school and into university, I remember we used to like fight a lot. Like, I don't think we saw eye to eye or really understood each other. Does that resonate with you, or what do you think?
Yeah. Like we lived together, but it was just passing by. And I remember the one night when I think Debbie came to fetch you.
I ran away.
Yeah. And she was like, Danielle will come back if you apologize. I'm not fucking apologizing.
Oh, really? Did Debbie say that?
Yeah, she said. Because you were gone for a
gosh.
couple of days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And you were still in school.
Yeah.
But that was like crazy. I mean, and I don't even know what we were for.
Yeah, well, you can't remember the...
Oh, yeah, I can. Manna and I were busy having a conversation about discipline.
Yeah.
And you kept like jumping in with your...
2 cents.
With your opinions.
Okay.
You know, I was like, I think I lost it.
You did.
I clapped you with a shoe on your leg.
Yeah, you tried to give me
slipper.
a hiding.
Yeah, I tried to give you a hiding.
And I fought back. That's the truth.
And next minute a car arrived and you were gone.
Yeah, I ran away. That's the truth. I think it was university, or it could have been high school.
It was school.
It was cool. It was high school.
You were in like grade 11 or grade 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, that's an example.
It's with my slop.
Yeah.
Dish, dish.
We were like, I think we always just disagree with each other. So that was probably an instance of that, where it was like, rah, 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 you know, disagree. And then you gave me a hiding, or tried to, but I remember resisting you, and I was like, I'm too old for this shit. And then I was like,
and you were.
I was like, I'm out. I'm running away. Goodbye. So that's a little bit of how bad, like, it's not, when I say how bad, it's not like the worst thing on the whole planet, but like that's how strained and how tense actually our dynamic was for a long time. And then, like maybe it was age. What do you think the transition was for us?
I'm not sure. I don't even know when it actually, I'm trying to think, you know, I don't know if it was after you moved to Cape Town, or just before, like when you took part in like the Miss South Africa thing. I think we were cool at that time.
We were.
And it wasn't like a conversation. It wasn't like, okay, well, we need to, I think since you've been in Cape Town, we've been more open about our relationship. I don't think we even spoke about it. It just sort of became better.
Yeah.
Maybe you changed, maybe I changed.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. I think we both individually just evolved and changed.
Yeah.
But you're right, we didn't actually speak about it.
Didn't speak like, okay, you did this, or that wasn't cool, or
I think it was an age thing. I remember a moment was when I went to work in America for that one, like for those 6 months. That was also a bit of space. I think I was like 20, 21. And then I feel like around there, maybe things started easing up a bit. Maybe also it was having like long-term partners. Maybe Travis played a role in that. His family provided like somewhere else for me to be, and also a different level of like stability and stuff that maybe allowed us to, I don't know, just be less resentful and less angry. I don't know.
I also think, like with my father, I mean, I hated my father. I absolutely hated him. And only once I got to an age where I could think about his life, then I sort of thought, well, shit, he was a good man. I mean, it was no relationship. He never even had a conversation. He didn't even know what job I was doing. Or okay, it's not about me and my father, but I'm just saying, so to put it in context. But I thought about like him, my mom was a housewife, my dad worked like a dog, weekends, and just to provide, you know, so, and, but then it was too late to actually even have a relationship with him when I thought, you know, shit, he was actually, it wasn't that bad. I was just a total rebel. So I used to get hidings all the time, but it wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But I do think that it is about your father as much as it's about us, you know? It is actually about that. Oh, yeah, I was actually going to ask you if you guys ever did resolve anything, but you said that not really.
I think he tried to. Like he would say, come, let's go for a beer. But we never actually had an open conversation and I never spoke about what I felt and he wasn't the person to speak about what he felt because, you know, that's how he grew up. There was no like, I love you or come, how was your day and stuff like that. You know, it was just do your chores, make sure their stuff's done and then we're cool. You know.
Do you feel like you can see how any aspect of your upbringing or how your dad was with you might have translated into how you've been with your kids?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like when I come home from work and you were home and if there was like one side plate and one cup of coffee, I don't know if you can remember, I'd say like, oh, why haven't you washed it? And it was like nothing there really. And was it that serious? But that would irritate me, you know, but that's you know, you made a sandwich when you, straight away everything was packed away, cleaned up. And as a kid, you know, you didn't, so a lot of I'm a bit OCD, but a lot of that comes from like, you know, growing up. And
yeah. I mean, it's made you an incredible house guest. It's been so nice having you over now. Erin and I are both like, my dad's always washing the dishes and tidying up the kitchen.
Oh, because it irritates me.
Yeah.
It does, I swear.
Really?
Yeah, it irritates me if I see like, not that everything has to be perfect, you know what I mean? You can have magazines laying around, but it must be tidy. You know, so it does that sort of thing. Like I don't know if you can remember, I pull your clothes out the cupboard because your cupboard wasn't that properly.
Yeah.
And it's your room.
Yeah.
But I'd go in there and just throw everything on the floor, repack it.
Not invasive at all.
No.
No, really. Quite a gentle way of approaching things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that like disciplinarian energy probably is one of the strongest things that kind of came through, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So like when I went to the army, it wasn't difficult. Honestly, the discipline and
really
all the rules and that, it wasn't like a big mind shift. Because that's how...
Move your mic a bit closer so we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a big mind shift because that's basically how my upbringing was, you know. My mom was just like the buffer between my dad. You know, just keeping him happy. And my mom wasn't a loving person either, you know. I mean, she was a caring person, but there was no like hugs and stuff like that. It just never happened. But also there was a lot of children. So.
How many? 8?
8.
Yeah. There's a lot of children.
Yeah. And so it was, for me, when Geraldine told me I was married to your mom, and then Joel phoned.
Geraldine's my dad's sister.
Yeah, my sister. And she was the first person in the family that sort of broke the ice. So she phoned. There was no cell phones. She phoned on the landline. And at the end of the call, she said, okay, but I love you. And she put the phone down. I said to your mom, what the fuck does she want? She said, what do you mean? I said, she said she loves me. And that's like a bit freaky. You know, but she kept at it. And she would tell my mom, Dad, I love you, I love you. And then eventually you sort of, I love you too, or me too. And then it became like a normal thing. But it wasn't normal. It was like actually very abnormal in our family.
That's crazy, hey?
Yeah.
That's very crazy.
And it actually like freaked me out. She, I love you. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want from me? Why are you telling me that? You know, so.
Yeah, like very, very closed, like hard exterior and suspicious of that kind of softness. Crazy.
Yeah, and I suppose like even with your mom, I mean, it wasn't the greatest marriage for her, you know. Because I could be rebellious, not like, you know what I mean. Don't tell me what to do. She said, that's your last drink. Oh, really? Is that my last drink? We'll see about that. Barman, give me a 6-pack, you know, type of thing.
Yeah.
And so I grew up with a very authoritative, that's right word, dad. I rebelled against authority. Don't tell me what to do, how to do it.
It makes sense.
When to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense that would result in.
Yeah.
That's how you choose to engage with the rest of the world. It's like, as an adult now,
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything from anyone kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So should we ask our first question, what do you think makes a good father?
I think your children have to be in a safe space. They have to feel safe, secure, in the home, in your relationship with them. And you have to be present. But like Aaron as well, like he actually, the last time, remember, I don't know if we were at the Iron Man house or whatever, but he like actually sort of, like as you said, he's a good interviewer.
Yeah.
So he can ask the right questions without you feeling that he shouldn't get into that space because it's not his place to be there.
Yeah.
You know, so he asked me a lot of questions, which got me thinking, like, okay.
Like what? What were some of the questions he asked you?
Like, what does Danny need from you? Like that. Well, fuck, I've never thought about it. You know, I don't know what you need from me because I've never asked you. And so you give what you think, or you do what you think a father should do, or you know. And like I've always just thought, you're a strong person, you're independent because of all the change and all the disruptions, but yet that's not 100% the case, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you were in like 4 primary schools, 2 high schools, moved to Joburg, Durban, back again, Richards Bay, back again, you know, so like, I don't know if I'm putting myself in your shoes and thinking, shit, that's going to make you a stronger person, because people hate change, but if you've had a lot of change in your life, I suppose maybe then you do hate change. Like I hated discipline, and I grew up with discipline, you know, so I don't know. But I always thought, my daughter's strong, she's tough, look at what she's been through, she can handle anything.
Yeah. That was a super interesting insight that came out of this weekend together, was that perception. And also our conversation around this, like, what do you need from me? Like, and that's Aaron for you again. Yeah. Aaron leading the conversation and saying to us, like, Danny, what do you need from a father? And Norman, what do you need from a daughter? And part of that conversation was what you've said now of, like, yeah, the perception of me as this being strong and I can handle anything because of everything that's happened in my upbringing or life. And I think, yeah, like it's true to an extent, but it's also, I think maybe like when you're in something and when you're going through the motions, and especially at that age, you do kind of get quite gung-ho about things, and you do build a really hard exterior and you just charge forward, and you have to almost adopt the attitude that I can do fucking anything and it doesn't matter and I don't care, like that I don't care attitude. But then when you get older and you maybe just more time on this earth and less things that have worked out and it's more jaded, then yeah, like that way of life doesn't really serve you anymore. And it's interesting because I think what I'm trying to like land on is one of the things that came up was you not thinking I needed anything from you. And you're like, well, it's like sometimes you feel like I'm hungry. If anyone heard that, I haven't had breakfast. That was my stomach interrupting. Wow. Okay, don't do that again. Busy talking yet. Yeah, was that you don't really know what your role actually is for me because I've never made it. Yeah, I've actually almost, I think it's a combination of both of us.
You've never asked me for anything.
Yeah.
You never said, hey, Dad, can you loan me some money, or I need this, or...
I have.
I don't remember you ever asking me for anything.
When I did Miss South Africa, I ended up so freaking scrambled eggs and so broke. And I asked you to give me money to pay rent. And you did. But my dad, you had to like loan money. You like borrowed money to give me money to pay rent. Not like I don't have money. You did that.
I can't remember that. I honestly can't. No, I can't.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. But anyway, so it's just an interesting thing because it's like, I guess maybe the combination of being like not knowing how, I don't know if anyone knows how to be a father, maybe some people, or a mother, like maybe some people are more naturally inclined to that, but just like going through the motions and like doing life, you know, and creating the relationship that we ended up having with each other, which was quite averse to one another, which then builds into me being like, well, F you, I don't need a father, you know, which then makes you perceive it like, well, she doesn't need me, so what am I supposed to do here? You know, it's like a serious breakdown in understanding and communication that I think we're quite lucky to have come back from, because I think for other people, maybe it gets that bad and then it just breaks down forever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm glad that we had, even if Aaron facilitated it, which I think he did.
Yeah.
But we still had to be open and I'm glad it happened.
Yeah, me too. I am glad it happened. I feel like he helped facilitate a lot, like, because as you said, has a way about him that doesn't feel attacking. And also he's, you know, degrees removed from us. He doesn't have the same, like, you know, long-standing history and triggers, I guess. Okay, here's a good question. What do you think you did really well as a parent?
Sure. So it's a weird thing you mentioned when you were young. So, and it's even with Angelia or Rory's children, and it's like, I love children, but once they get to 5 or 6, it's not that I switch off it. They change so much. Or let's not say 6, maybe 7, 8, 9. The child changes. You change so much that there's like no relationship with the child, you know what I mean? Because you become more independent, you don't want to, you know what I say? I think when you were young, you were very close. When you were a little child and toddler. But then, I mean, we got divorced in 1997. You were 4 years old or something. You went back to Joburg and then came back. And I think that was the best dad I was when you were a baby and a little toddler and all that. I don't think I was a good dad after that. I did what I had to do, but it wasn't like, I have to do it.
Yeah.
It's my job, and that's how I looked at it. It's my responsibility, and I have to do what I can. And I wasn't great. Trust me, I know I wasn't great. So
yeah, but I think that it's super healing for you to say that, you know, and for you to say that out loud, and for me to hear that as well. It's like goes a long way in, I don't know, just like me being a more well-rounded, healed, peaceful person, you know, and also for our relationship. So I don't think I'm going to take a moment to honor you for being able to express that, which maybe is an interesting like segue that I think we could tap on. And yeah, it's like an interesting one, because I think being able to identify and own up to being a cuck person, and like not just that, like in any capacity, like I'm actually have not been the best expression of myself, and I've hurt others. There's like that aspect in life. That's an important thing to be able to say and own. And then there's also, I think it's equally important to be able to forgive yourself, you know, and to like not carry that forward with you. It's a hard one though. What is your opinion on that?
Well, I don't. The past is the past. So honestly, I mean, the only thing you can do is make the future better. So I mean, there's a lot of things I could have done differently. Like, if I'd have approached my relationship with your mother in a different way, we would have still been together. But we didn't. It was like, stop talking to each other. I would stay at work as late as I can, come home, you were already in bed, sleeping. And for the last year of our marriage, we actually were sleeping in separate rooms. We weren't talking to each other. You know, it was like, and it was both of us, because your mother also has her own issues. So I'm not saying that I feel I hold most of that responsibility, but I hold a huge part of it, because I could have tried harder. Not tried harder, I could have done things differently, you know? And once you go through a divorce, you never recover, promise you.
Really?
You never recover. Well, you don't, like financially or whatever, you just don't. You're like on a back foot. Yeah. Maybe you do recover if you like win the lotto or something, but you actually... And then I found your mom after like a long time. Many years we were divorced, to apologize to her.
Yeah.
And then she just said, you messed up my whole life and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, that's crazy. This is like 10 years after we were divorced, for 10 years. But yeah, I can see it, you know, like, because you don't expect your life to change that much, you know? And
yeah, I guess like, it's like your life, you know how you feel in it. I sometimes feel like you do carry a lot of sorrow with you, and that you are quite a sorrowful person. And I don't know if that's like just because life is hard and it's molded you and developed that aspect of yourself more, or if it is because there's a part of you that doesn't feel willing to forgive yourself truly. That's my interpretation. So I don't know if that's accurate or not. I don't know if I feel like you're a sad person, but I feel like you carry a lot of sorrow. I don't know. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. And I'm not sad about my life. It's like, I could have done things differently. You know what I mean? Like with you, like for argument's sake. I mean, we've been together with, like at Crusaders, like with a couple of beers, and then I just burst out crying. It's like,
yeah.
And I know that you've forgiven me, and it's not like I haven't forgiven myself, but you can't, and not that I dwell there. I don't dwell there and like think about it like all the time. Oh, fuck, that was a bad day, or this was cuck, or that was cuck. But when I think about it, like, you know, like the times when I have like sort of broken down, it's been like, you're such a beautiful person, and you've been through a lot, and I know you've forgiven me, you know, so, and not that I don't feel like I deserve it. Well, I don't deserve it, so basically, and then when I think about it, like, you know, it's like, it's a stuff up, but I can't do anything about it. It's done. You know, you can only move forward, make the future better. Can't change the past, it's done. You know, so, but I do feel sad that you didn't have a better, like, and I think about things like, you know, when we were staying with Denise, and I would still go jolling and leave you there on your own, and I'm like, fuck, what type of a father are you? And, you know, like, seriously. Like, I just met Manus, and I was more interested in a girl than my own child. You know, so I think about that. why would I do that? I didn't spend time with you? It was like, okay, what do you call? Cheers, I'm out of here. You know? So I feel sad for that it was like a bit of a wasted time that could have been better, you know?
Yeah.
And even with Angelia, I don't think I'm the greatest dad, you know? I don't know, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't come naturally. I've got to like actually consciously, I'm not saying force myself to, but I've got to think about things because it just doesn't come naturally. Like, okay, I need to find my daughter, or it's not like it's got, when lost that I speak to you, like I need to, and it's not like a forced thing, but it just doesn't come naturally to me to like, you know, like even Lucy, I don't phone her or you know,
Yeah.
it can go 2-3 days, and if we don't see each other, it's not that I don't think about it. It's just that I have to like consciously say, okay, let me phone her and see how she is, because it just doesn't. I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting, actually. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we're similar in that way. Maybe it's like an independence thing. I don't know. You know, or like I don't know, I was going to say, like sometimes let me put it, what I'm trying to say is like how I would relate it to myself is that sometimes I think my personal level of detachment from that, like for some people it's quite natural, as you said, or I'm like, shit, I barely speak to Angelia as well. It's really bad. She's my sister.
But our whole family's like that.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Barely speak to my mom. And you and I also like sporadic communication.
Yeah.
Sage has moved to Cape Town. He's just gone through a breakup like this. You know, he was just expressing how homesick he's felt. And I'm like, fuck, I live in Cape Town. I haven't even thought. I said sorry to him. I said, Sage is my nephew, by the way, anyone listening. I just said to him, like, I'm really sorry if you've needed family and you're in Cape Town and I haven't reached out to you.
Yeah.
And I don't know also where that would come from specifically. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say it's a sense of like hyper independence that's been built into me, where in some way I don't feel like it's me against the world anymore necessarily, but it's like if you've gone through your life living that way for enough time, you maybe don't realize that that's just how you're continuing to act, you know?
Yeah.
It's just you in the world, you in your own world, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like my siblings, Auntie Joel, I probably haven't spoken to her in, like my brother James, I haven't spoken to him in a year. You know, I know he's okay, he's still alive. He's 10 years older than me, so he's like 74. And when I went down to my niece's wedding in PE, we sat and we spoke about my mom and dad, and it was like also stuff I didn't know about my own parents, you know, that because he was obviously, he moved out the house at 18, so I'm 10 years younger, so I was 8. So we also didn't, you know, he was a grown man, basically. He got married even Dot moved out the house at 17. So everybody was like, flee the nest as soon as you can. It wasn't like where you see today children at home with their parents, they like 30, 28, 29. With us, it was like, I need to get the hell out of here as soon as I can. And we all did. I mean, as soon as I finished school, I was out the house. All of us. They didn't stay at home.
Yeah. That's quite an environment, hey, to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not close. We don't speak. We don't phone. We don't.
I know, and you have quite a big family.
Yeah. Well, three are gone.
Yeah.
3 are passed away. There's still 5 of us.
Yeah.
But we don't speak at all.
Yeah. Maybe that's something we can try to be better at.
Yeah. But you can. But you got to do it's like, I think, going to gym. Yeah. I'm not saying you have to get into that cycle. Like Jill broke that thing by saying, I love you.
Yeah.
She never, and I mean, we were adults. We were still living in Joburg. You were born, but you were a baby. It's a long time ago. But I mean, I married your mom, I was 30. So I wasn't a small child. Your mom was like 27 or 20, I don't know how. Your mom's 3 or 4 years younger than me. But through my whole life, that was the first person that said, I love you. I'm sure your mom and I did say I love you to each other, but Joel was the first family member that like actually, and she broke the whole thing because then everybody, it didn't happen overnight, but within like a year or a couple of months, people were like, I love you too.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. Even my dad.
Really?
Yeah. She was older than me, so she had it harder. The older you were in the family, the harder it was for you. So, but she reconciled with the folks. And
what do you think was her turning point? Or like, do you think it's just a matter of her character, or to be able to have it harder and then be the one who can soften in that way?
Well, you've seen how she is. She's like, even now, she's like, oh, I love you, my button. You know, and you're like...
Yeah.
She's like that with everybody. She's like just...
a special person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes too special, you know, like you become suspicious, like, why is she so friendly? Well, that's how it was, you know, like, and I'm still like that if I meet somebody that for the first time and they're just too friendly, even though that's their natural thing, I'm like, no, this act's too friendly, you know. Greg Mitchell, who became my best friend when I first met him, and this act's just too friendly. He's like inviting me here, inviting me there, come, we're going here, we're going there, and I don't even know you, but why are you inviting me to all these places? You know, not that you know what I mean? It wasn't, we were in a relationship, he was just too friendly. You know?
Yeah.
Straight away I was suspicious. Why is he friendly? What does he want from me? You know?
That's so interesting, because I think that I have this thing personally. I have like a bit of a mistrust in the world in general, that you've heard Aaron mention it. Like he sometimes bears the brunt of it because I'm like, I don't trust you. He thinks it's like, I don't trust men. That's his thing. It's like, you don't trust men. And like, yeah, probably a bit, but I also think it stems deeper than that, or it roots deeper than that, where I feel as though, like I have like just a mistrust in the world, which I don't like, and I'm aware of it. But my default is always like, you know, oh, this is an example. It's a petty example, but if something is of mine is not where I once left it, instead of thinking, oh yeah, I must have moved it, I'm immediately like, Aaron fucking moved my shit. I'm like, he moved my things. Or I'm like, the cleaning lady packed it away, annoyed. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, where is it? Maybe it got taken. Like, I don't know. And that's like my first go-to thing. And then I often sit and I'm like, what? Like, this is hectic. You know what I mean? This is how you think about something so pathetic, so petty, constantly like, like ready to roll, actually, just ready to fight the world. And I was telling you about this the other day. I was talking to a friend of mine in the car drive somewhere like that, and I can't remember what we're talking about. But actually, as I was saying to him, I can't remember how it came up, but it came up in passing. And I was saying that I remember the once in high school, I think you and Kathleen had gotten into a fight. This was my stepmom at the time. And you got so angry and you picked up our TV and you just smashed it on the ground, like. And I don't know, do you remember that?
I'm trying to plot it.
Don't, really? Wow. And I was like, oh my goodness. And it's just like a very random, I don't remember anything before, I don't remember after, you didn't like come at us, you just got super angry and you channeled all that anger into this television. And then I was like, I don't know how, I don't know, it's a very random like memory to come up. And then I was on Instagram a little while later and I saw this reel that this girl had posted, and on like the text on the reel said, when you were so adamant your whole life that you wouldn't marry an angry man like your father, and then you realized you are the angry man.
Wow.
I know. And I was like, I'm the angry man, like, because all my boyfriends, if I look back and often I think like this is pretty, I've had really good partners, you know, and they, if you live or you look at it through the lens of, they say, you know, you find a partner that's like your father, or for a man that's like his mother, and that whole stereotype that I think holds a lot of truth for a lot of people. And I'm like, none of my partners have been like you in a lot of ways, you know? And then, and then to see that, I was like, actually, in a lot of ways, I'm like you. Yeah.
I think we are very similar. I mean, I really do. I think, like personality-wise, and maybe even to a degree the way that you think and that. Like, I mean, I can relate to you, like, if, you know, as a person, not as my daughter. I mean, I can actually, we could have been friends in a different lifetime, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a nice feeling, actually.
Yeah. Because I enjoy your company. I mean, it's like such a joy. I mean,
yeah.
Maybe I should grow up.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but it is. It's so cool. I mean, I love, like, and it's not like a fake thing. Every time I've been with you and Erin, it's been so cool. I mean, like meeting amazing, amazing people. Like Lucy was even saying, like, so diverse. I mean, conversations, you like can have a conversation about this to one person, you're in the same place with people and you're speaking about something completely different to somebody else. And it's, I won't say challenging, but intellectually it's so cool. You know, I don't know what cock we're talking to. We don't have conversations that have any meaning. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, give me another beer. Seriously, we talk shit.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting with Rory and Michelle, that we're talking shit.
Yeah.
There's no, and you know, like I know a lot of your friends and Erin, and you're all educated, but it's not about that because they're normal people, you know. So as educated or as much money as you might have, you're still like such a good person. Like if I look at Ian, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why would he even talk to me?
Oh.
No, but seriously, on a different level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? And they're like, not that you think that educated people are or better. I don't think they're better than me.
Yeah. I think that one of the things that I'm grateful for and that I also inherited from you is the ability to be a social person, right? To socialize, to connect with people. And that's, like everything that you've enjoyed about our experience together and meeting all these different people is also because of characteristics and, I don't know what you would call it, behaviors that I've learned or, gotten from you, which is cool because you're also a very social person and also easy to get along with people, you know? Yeah. So again.
Yeah, I love meeting people. I love, you know, it's like, especially interesting people, you know, people that have lives that are so different from my own. It's interesting to talk to them and see the way they look at the world.
I'm going to ask another question here. Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like a lot of this we've actually naturally covered. A lot of these questions we've kind of, I think this is a good one. What were your biggest fears raising me?
Drugs.
Really?
Seriously, yeah. I think even with Angelia or... No, I'm not talking about like...
You're not talking recreational
I'm talking about becoming a druggie and being hooked on crack or coke or whatever. We lost friends that we grew up with through drugs and stuff. The one guy was in rehab and his friends in rehab sneaked stuff into the thing, and then they found him in the bathroom. He was dead. He overdosed on whatever they brought in. So fortunately I've tried things, but I've never had like an addictive personality to drugs, although I can drink. I'm probably an alcoholic, you know, based on the amount that I drink. No, seriously, we drink.
You do drink a lot.
Yeah, we drink a lot.
Yeah.
Not so much in the week, but you don't have to, you can be
Yeah.
a weekend alcoholic, and that's what we do. So Friday, Saturday nights are like party time.
Yeah.
And but drugs was like because everybody's exposed to it,
Yeah.
and the problem is if it starts to rule your life.
Yeah, you can lose control to it quite easily. What do you think we misunderstood about each other growing up?
I don't think I misunderstood anything. I think I just didn't care. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I didn't. It was like almost like my father. Your opinion doesn't matter. I'm in charge. So I don't think I. No, I don't think I took the time to actually like really get to know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is like sad, but. And you?
Yeah. I would agree with that. I would agree with that as well, actually. Like, yeah, and we felt like strangers to each other, hey? So, but I think the experience as a child in that dynamic can make you very like resentful and angry and like,
Yeah.
exacerbate that rebelliousness or that almost dismissive attitude. So, yeah, I would actually agree with that answer, which is interesting. And also, yeah, like it's amazing that this is where we've come to, considering that's where it was. Yeah. Do you feel like getting older has made you more curious or more open to getting to know me? Because I don't know, because it is, the childhood thing. When you're a child, you can relate, then go through this drastic change. And then, yeah, is it a matter of me becoming an adult, a human, like a person, as opposed to a child, that like transition from you're a baby, like you're a small infant who needs taking care of, then you're kind of something in between, because you have this like grown up probably energy inside of you, but you're also a child.
Yeah.
Which is really confusing and challenging. And then it's okay, you're more of an adult now because you're taking care of yourself, you are more well-rounded, and I can relate to you more as a person. I don't know, like what.
Well, besides like my relationship with you or Angelia, okay, Ricky, I didn't have a relationship with him until, when he was a baby, probably up until he was about 2. Then Debbie met somebody that she married, and this guy said to me, I went to visit, and he said to me, you don't have to pay maintenance, but we don't ever want to see you again. And I was like, yes, happy days. I've just saved myself 50 Rand a month.
This is with Ricky, eh?
Yeah, with Ricky. So I have so many regrets about that. And it was only the fact that he forgave me that we have a relationship.
Can we tell everyone the update on the story there? So
Yeah.
they're up to speed. Is my dad had my brother, his first child, when you were 17, you said?
18.
18. So in high school.
I just finished
Just
school.
finished school.
Yeah.
Okay.
His mom was in standard 9, grade 11.
Okay.
So she had to leave school, because then it wasn't like, remember, Trish carried the child at school. Then if they found out you were pregnant, before you showed, like, you expelled.
Really?
Yeah. So she got kicked out of school.
Hectic.
So that's, so
Yeah. So then she obviously had the baby.
she had Ricky.
And then you were like, okay, if I don't have to take any responsibility here, I won't.
Yeah, well, we were sort of like we were boyfriend and girlfriend, but it was like very casual, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, it was a whole group of friends, boys and girls, and, and then she felt pregnant, and then I was going to marry her, then I wasn't going to marry her, and So I had friends telling me, you're mad if you marry her. And also I was stupid. I was young, immature. Totally, I'm immature now. And I'm like, I am. So you can imagine when I was 18. When I was 18, I was an idiot. So, yeah, and then my eldest brother, James, he came through and he's like, you will marry this girl. It's your fucking responsibility. You made her pregnant, blah, blah, blah. But he married they got divorced 25 years later, but he made his girlfriend pregnant and he married her. So he came and he was living in Boksburg. We were staying in the south. No cell phones. He came looking for me to have a conversation. And he was like, you will marry her.
You won't tell me anything.
And then my parents were like, they didn't say anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Debbie's mom was like, her side of the family was, I need to marry her. And anyway, needless to say, we didn't.
I'm surprised that your parents didn't say anything. Were they just kind of like, if the less we know, the better? We're not interested.
Well, which was quite strange because they would normally tell you what to do, but they were like, basically, it's your decision. Well, my dad didn't say anything. Like when he was like really angry with you or with something that had happened, he would like just shut off. So he wouldn't even hit you. Normally he would like beat the shit out of you. But he would just like look at you and shake his head and say, well, there's a lost cause there. There's nothing I can do for this guy. So he was basically like that. And my mom was, you must do what you want to do and blah, blah. So, but Debbie Ricky's mom has been amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, she's never accused me of anything, never said a bad word about me. And she's had plenty of reasons, but she never has. So, and I see her, like, we go to church every Sunday with Ricky and Mo and obviously Sage is down now, and Ruby, and then Debbie and Kevin, Debbie's brother, they join. And then after church, we'll sit and have a coffee and talk. And so.
Do you think, is there, and this is it's a quite a weighty, well, there's no pressure, but also it is a pressuring question. Because now we've touched on Ricky, we've spoken about Ricky, and you said you have huge regret for it, or for how you mishandled the situation. If he's listening to this podcast, is there anything you want to say to him?
I think, he, the fact that he forgave me and he allowed me into his life, as like into his children's lives, So initially he didn't want to. He was like, "Who the F are you? Why all of a sudden now you want to get to know me and all that?" But then his grand, Debbie's mom, who was an amazing woman, she was like, "No, you've got nothing to lose. Just meet the guy. Maybe you'll get on, So, and we went to her flat there, North Beach, and she made us dinner, and she left us at the table. She bought us some beers, and she went into her room, and we sat there. But we still never. It was weird because we never ever spoke about it. Well, you're my dad. It was like, so how's things going? How's it, then we would hook up for a beer, but as father and son, but just talk about like mates. Okay, so how was your day at work? And, it was never, that conversation did come up, because then Ricky traveled, and when he'd come back, somebody told me that he was back in Durban, and he had like left, went to America, I think he went to the UK. He was gone for a few years. And then I tracked him down, and he said, "No, it doesn't. I've got my life. I don't need to, This was after we did reconnect.
Wait, how old was he when you first reconnected?
21.
Okay.
And the whole reason I tracked him or tried to find him is because he was turning 21. But I had no contact with him from probably the age of 2 or 3 until 21. I had news, like people, Debbie, his mom, friends with mutual friends. We got mutual friends. So they would tell me, this is what's going on in their lives and stuff like that. But, I don't know. And he's a good dad. He's such a good dad.
Yeah, he is.
But he's totally different from like me. But he's also similar, like I can get on with him, so like we also can be friends, or we are friends, And I think when like we were there when Ruby was born, but Sage was a few years old. I think he was 6 or something. And they used to call me Norman. And they were like, no, you must call him Grandpa. And he's like, Norman. And then when Ruby was born, when she could talk, she was just starting to talk, and then she called me Grandpa. And that's when he started to call me Grandpa. It was like so weird because he wouldn't do it before. But then when Ruby was like, Grandpa, and like I nearly broke my heart. So I'm blessed that I can have a relationship with those kids. And we were at the hospital when Ruby was born, so.
Yeah, no, Ricky's an incredible man. Okay, so what do you give him a message?
Ricky, I love you. Thank you for allowing me into your life. And you're a good father, a good husband. And I'm here. You stuck with me.
Ricky, we love you so much. You're such a special person. Yeah, he really is an amazing person.
Yeah.
I feel very lucky to share or have him as my brother, even though we've only met when I was 21.
But you always knew that you had a brother.
Always knew I had a brother.
So did Angelia. So it was never like...
No.
It
wasn't a secret, but I'd never actually gotten to know him.
Yeah.
And
I think you saw him once in a tattoo shop, and you still came and said, I saw my brother.
Yes, I think
he
I've
was
seen
in a
him.
tattoo shop.
Yeah, but it was always like I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah.
So I was like, is that... Oh, yeah, and how crazy is that? We all living in Durban at this time.
Yeah.
So like my brother who I've never met is roaming around Durban, and so am I. So funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then I think it would only be fair, just because I feel like if Angelia listens to this, sorry, you have to say something for her now. I have a younger sister as well. Ricky's 12 years older than me, I think. 10 or 12 years older than me.
So, sure. He's 42, I think. He was born in 1981.
Okay, my maths.
10th of July.
Okay. Yeah. So he's at however old that makes him.
Yeah.
But like
1981.
I would say at least 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least. That's like there's the conservative estimation.
Yeah.
Then we have a younger child, younger sister.
There's 10 years between each of you, yeah.
Yeah. And Angelia's 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And we all have different moms. We're all kind of raised differently in different home environments. And it's honestly a miracle that we all get along and even like each other and have a relationship with each other in our own way, because I often reflect on it and think that there's siblings who have grown up together and live in a house together who hate each other, and who've they've known each other since the day they were born and who do not get along. For us to be from so many different worlds and to, when we get together, genuinely love each other's company and have such a good time and have so much mutual respect and love for each other is profound to me. And I'm super grateful for that. Super duper grateful for that. So just in the name of fairness,
Angelia, Yeah, so Angelia, for me, and it's not like she's, okay, it's going to sound, like she's, like if I died tomorrow, I wouldn't be at peace because she's not okay. You know what I mean? So she's like, I'm not saying you don't have any need or anything, but she's the last sort of thing that I need to worry about before. I just need to know she's going to be okay. That's all. And she's an amazing, I mean, she's got a beautiful voice. If you heard her sing, she's amazing. She's talented. She's just not ambitious enough. And I've told her, you know, she could go, all she knows. If you want something, you think Taylor Swift was like, no, I don't feel like doing it today or whatever. She goes, no, I'm going to be not that I like Taylor Swift, but you know what I'm saying? You got to be ambitious, and that's what I want. And she's so talented.
But you know what, Dad? Like, Taylor Swift had her mom and her dad driving her around to all the different record labels with cassettes and to all the different gigs. And I don't think she just did it on her own. She had the ambition to perform, but a lot of, I guess this is the whole nature versus nurture thing, right? Like she has a talent, she has she's done a lot. I think she's built so much confidence. There was a time where she was just talking about singing and not doing it. Now she's done live.
Yeah, Angela.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure, yeah.
Have you heard the song that she made with James? How good is it?
Yeah.
I've played it for my friends. I've literally been like, listen, this is a song my sister made. And you know, you open with that line, your mates are like, okay, thank you. Looking forward to this. Looking forward to the next 3 minutes. And then they've all genuinely been like, what the hell? This is so good. So she has, like, I think she's doing a lot, but it is, I guess maybe that's where, if you're not at peace with it, maybe there's more that you can do to help her on that, in that pursuit, you know?
I've thought about that. Because I've got all the equipment and I mean, I thought about doing something with her, you know, finding somebody to book us for a thing. Like I don't do backup vocals.
Yeah. You know what? Why don't you do lead?
I'll do lead. She can do the backup.
Yeah, she can just be in the back. Just show how to work the equipment and then, make it.
Yeah, because, maybe that's, it's been on my mind for a while, maybe a year, maybe longer. Like this, maybe I should. But having said that, I haven't done anything about it. So it's like maybe, you know.
An opportunity, a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess like with any relationship, it just takes work, unfortunately. And I think she's also at a stage in her life where she's older and she's so wise. She's so emotionally intelligent.
No, she is.
So wise and so articulate.
Yeah.
And she's a softie. Like, I know she has a huge place in her heart for you. And I think it's just like that vulnerability and just arriving without controlling. I think that's the thing that's hard, maybe as a parent, and maybe where, like, when we had that conversation yesterday or the day before, where it was when Aaron said, what is it that Danny, what is it that you need from a father?
Yeah.
And I said to you, it's just curiosity and a willingness to know and understand, and without giving advice. Like, it's not like, oh, well, you need to go get a job or you need to do this. It's just like genuine curiosity. How are you? What are you doing? Are you enjoying it? Okay, cool. So like, what else do you do? I don't know. Just like more, that I think the only word, I've said it 3 times, is just curiosity. And I think that could be a great opportunity for you guys to maybe come to more of an understanding. Just getting to know her. Exactly that point, to our point earlier, it's that like getting to know your child, actually. What are you most proud of in our relationship today?
Am I proud of what I've done?
Well, in our relationship, like it's the 2 of us, between us.
Well, I'm proud of who you've become. How I think you're very successful. I don't know if it equates to financially and all that shit, but like you're super. And maybe I'm wrong, I'm not, because I
Yeah.
think that you've got it all together. And I know you don't always have it all together. None of us do, but and you make things happen, And if I had to die tomorrow, like I said, I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't worry about you, but I don't think I would have to worry about you being okay.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my God, my daughter's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A druggie or
lonely.
she's in this bad space or in a
Yeah.
bad relationship and I think Aaron's been very good. I mean, I think he lets you be you.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't but that's who he is, so I think and I love him for that, you know what I mean? Because I've seen it.
Yeah.
Where I would get like, you would irritate me, and I'm like, he's like, okay, Babs, I don't know, like this act's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah.
He is. He's super chilled, and you know it. Like, Aaron's gonna when you see Aaron. The first time I met Aaron, he's like so chilled, eh? He's like laid back.
Yeah.
And yet he's like so driven. I think if he says he's going to do something, he does it.
He does.
I'm glad that you have, and it's about Jeremy, but I'm glad that you have someone like him in your life. I think it helps.
Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, I mean, with this, I think if we go down this road, well, what I'm about to say, it could be another 20 minutes, but yeah, I think it takes a lot. I'm super fortunate and super lucky. And I also think that there's an unfair load on him sometimes because I feel like he is my parents in a lot of ways. But I've also had to learn to self-parent, and I'm still learning it. Seriously, it's like crazy. My ex-boyfriend Gavin was, I don't want to say anything bad about him on the camera, but he did teach me a lot by way of just like black and white morality, ethics, because I think those things were instilled, but like he held me accountable in a lot of ways. And maybe it was different learning it at an age where you're more receptive to it, and it's not like a parent figure where you just block it out. It's like your partner. But he would, like, things that he would say is like actions have consequences. Okay, that's an obvious one. But I often think that I'm like, and it's so true. If something went wrong, he'd be like, actions have consequences.
Yeah.
Or he would say, it's not about what you want, it's about what's best. And then it's like,
that's a good one.
that's a good one. And I say that to myself all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not about what you want, it's about what's best. So like, just go do what's best, Yeah, so it's super interesting, and I love and appreciate Aaron so much. And I do sometimes still feel like a child in our relationship, but I feel like I'm still growing up in a lot of ways. But yeah, but very blessed and very grateful for the container that he's created for me to do that. And very grateful that he loves me as I am.
Yeah.
And that I'm allowed to be who I am, because I don't think I've ever been with a partner who's accepted me fully. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can see that, so I can actually, I've witnessed it, because I'm totally, I think I'm still evolving, even though I'm like freaking 64, turning 64. I feel like I'm still changing as a person, still learning things, And I think if you don't, then you're stuffed.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to learn and think and feel well. And be able to say, that was wrong. I shouldn't have said that or done that, or,
Yeah.
You don't have to always be right.
I think it's beautiful that you're still evolving. And I think that's part of why we have the relationship we have now. Truly, is because I think we've both grown. And although there is a lot of like distance between us and like physically, you know, you live in Durban, I live in Cape Town, that our personal evolution has afforded us the gift of getting to know each other. Maybe it's actually, that's quite profound. If you think about it, it's almost like we're different people. And it is a matter of what you said earlier about like not getting to know me as a person, or not getting to know, like it's beautiful that we get to do that now. And like we're different people, and we do actually have to get to know each other.
Yeah.
Even if we did know each other then, we'd still have to get to know each other because we're different now.
Yeah, but I think like I like who you are. I like you're fun. You know what I mean? Like if we were the same age and I could be your friend. If I was like who I am and you were who you are and we were in a friend circle, I mean, I could have I like you. I like you as a person, besides the fact that you're my daughter.
Yeah.
You're a great person to be around.
Thanks, Dad.
You are. You're like vibrant, you're outgoing, you're beautiful, you know? And you're fun to be around. It's not like you know, a schlep. It's nice.
Yeah.
Nice is a cuck word, but I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It really is. And I'm glad that we've built, you know, you don't want to have regrets. Like my father died and and it was from both of us. He couldn't and I wouldn't. I knew he was trying. Hey, come, take me for a beer. He was like, come, let's go up the road, buy me a beer. And I was still resentful to him. So we'd go have a beer and he would try ask questions and stuff, and I would just block it. And then I have regrets about that, because then it's gone, and then you like, too late, you know. But I understand why he was what he was, you know.
Okay. Love you, Dad.
Love you too.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Pleasure.
It was so nice to have you. And yeah, I started off saying this and I'll repeat it again, but I really appreciate your vulnerability and your openness and your curiosity. And thank you for coming on the podcast. Thank you for coming to visit me.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, Dad. Love you. Thank you for watching, guys, or listening, because the video bombed out. Lol. Yeah, please let me know what you guys think of the episode and share it. I hope that it has resonated and touched some of you in some kind of way. Thank you for listening to Time for Us. It's me, Danny Wallace. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.